welcome to the beautiful Daytona. Wait. Oh my gosh. And welcome to the beautiful Daytona International Speedway, where we are here to race today. Sorry, the display needs to be there. Where we are going to be racing here for 30 laps now. We've had a bit of difficulties before the race with our ticker, so we will not have a overlay for today, but nonetheless, it's still going to be some great racing. I'm here joined in the booth by special guest.
Yeah, and apparently we're not even going to get to see the race. Oh, there, it switched. Anyway, hello?
Uh-huh. So we have quite a bit happening. Like, this is very, very last minute. I do apologize for this, but well, so let me explain the situation for everybody watching. Is we go set the stream up, everything's going perfectly. Then my SDK decides that it wants to stop working, which, you know, isn't the most preferred thing, but, you know, it'll happen every here and there.
Our start.
And it just will not run with like.
Our start's gonna be on leader or flag.
It's gonna be on green. Camera, you have to tell them.
And 4.
And so it's been a very, very last minute thing. I do apologize. It won't be up to the standard that, you know, it normally is. But either way, it's going to be here. It's going to be on. And it's going to be a race. Now, like I said, very last minute. So I'm sorry that, you know, I'm having to change settings, you know, while we're here. Keep in mind, the race is going to be 30 laps.
With 6, 7 cars in the field?
I believe 7 cars, yeah.
Fortunate we couldn't get any more, but it's alright.
So, heading on to turn number 3 and 4 is the drivers making their way to set the green flag this time by. Now, normally we would be a lot more comfortable saying these names because, you know, we have a list full of them. Today we don't, so most likely just going to be called by the card numbers for tonight, but for the next one, all of this will be fixed. Coming out of turn number 4 to start the 30-lap Xfinity race, which we're replicating, got rained out today. Coming to the line, 4 cars on the inside, 2 cars on the outside, 6 cars total making this race. As the pace car will make the left-hand turn into the pit lane.
Green flag is out. We're racing from Daytona. Already a nice jump from the bottom lane compared to the top at number 51. Gonna get a slow start, and number 48 on the top lane also getting another slow start.
Yeah, but I think we see a lot of these drivers just head straight to the bottom really, really quickly. I mean, whenever you talk about Daytona, you need that power to run 2 lanes, and what we don't really have a lot of here is power. It's 6 cars. You're not going to have that much room to really try to make an outside lane run just because there's so little cars. So if you're going to try to make a move, you need backing, and what it looks like for most of these drivers are doing is they're just going to go down to the bottom and stay there.
Yeah, there is no point in making moves with 6 cars in this field. You can only get 3 wide for 2 lanes, and you could easily just wreck the entire field with the wrong move.
Well, right, but I mean, it does look like we're going to have about 2 lanes rolling here, 3 on the high side, 3 on the low side. Leading lap number 1's the 92, but the 6 is going to be contesting it very, very soon.
3 wide, they're equal throughout both lanes. Still a couple pushes coming from that top lane. You don't want to push too early. Oh!
A little bit squirrely there. As they head down the backstretch, even on horsepower, but it's going to be the 6 leading the 92.
Whoa!
He's going to drop to the bottom, and he's going to leave the 54 and the 48 dry on the high side.
Don't want to push in the... Oh, he just disconnected. Okay, he's back. Don't want to push in the corners. We're seeing them push in the corners a bit early here, and that's going to get them sideways, and that'll 100% cause a crash. We saw that in the ARCA and truck race in real life last night, and we'll especially see it here.
Yeah, now the big thing is going to you know, once you start getting later into the race, right, you're going to be more and more aggressive. But we're already seeing a bit of this aggression. They're building up 2 lanes as we see both of them now 3 cars strong. What do we think this means throughout the night? I mean, we're very early on to this race, only 3 laps in, but the 6 is already pulling some big blocks in between the 2.
Yeah, he's already pulling off some crazy moves, and that 48 is swerving all over the road. You can see that bottom lane getting checked up, though, because they keep pushing in the corners, and that's just not working out for them.
No, and it's not working out, but you need, talking about working, you need someone to work with you here at Daytona. And if we have a wreck this early on, 6-car field, you're not going to have that much help. What does it mean to these drivers if you get involved in a collision? How bad is that going to make you, how bad is that going to mess you up?
Well, I mean, how many fast repairs do we have here? 3?
2 or 3, yeah.
It shouldn't. Oh, there they go.
Oh, there they go. Big crash in the back. 92, 11.
Cars in the wall. The 92, 51.
And the 92 is going to take it all the way down to the bottom. Caution will fly here. The 11 involved. The 48. Looks like Justin Connor and the 50 also involved.
Well, we were just talking about how many fast repairs they have. And
let's take a look at this. Going it through turn number 2. Is it, I want to say it's some contact between the 54 maybe? No, the 92 just gets a bad push. And that sends him around and sends a few cars up. And for Justin Connor, there's nowhere for him to go in the 51.
Yeah, I'm looking at it here. To me, it just looks like that number 33 got to push on that left side of the 92. The 92 moved up, and he hooked the 92, and there was just nowhere for the 48 and the 51 to go. Oh, especially the 51. The 51 just had nowhere to go.
Yeah, I mean, we see damage to these race cars this early on. It's, take me through this as a driver. What does it mean as a driver to get damaged this early on?
It definitely upsets you if you're a driver and get damaged this early on. You never want to wreck early in this race, and especially 4 laps early, like that's really early. And it's even worse when you know either you can't go nowhere or it's not your fault. I mean, if it's your fault, you can kind of accept the fact that you're the reason that you have that damage, but if you just get caught up in it, it really is annoying and just sucks.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there was much any of these drivers could do as we see them dive into the pit lane. 48, the 11, both diving in there. Tough break for some of these drivers. We're very early in, I believe 6 laps into the race. First caution of the night. Do you think they back it down after this?
No, it's Daytona. There's no such thing as backing it down at Daytona.
So you think they're just full go?
Mm-hmm.
See, it's a bold prediction, I'll say. Just having it full go.
You saw them 4 laps into a 6-car race get 2 by 2, and they already wrecked.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to say. I think it really is. Because you want to be aggressive, but at the same time, you kind of almost can't. Because of the field size, you almost can't be as aggressive as you think you can. So, very tough break for some of these drivers. Luckily, we have these fast repairs, and they're going to get right back out there.
Yeah. Should I make it 1 to green?
If you want, yeah.
Pace laps.
And sorry, guys, I'm working on getting the HUDs working mid-race, so if I go quiet or if you see something pop up on the screen, just know I'm trying to get it back up to work. As we look like we're going to go back green, it's going to be the 92 leading him on the outside. The 54 leading him on the bottom side. 2 Toyotas leading this field. 1 Mustang, 2 Camaros. I believe we're missing Justin Connor right now.
Yeah. Gonna try and get him back out. They're gonna extend the caution. Don't know if he's taking that fast repair or not. Don't know what the issue is there.
Is he just stopped in the pits?
Yeah, it is like in our. It is like in our. It is. All right, he's back out, and we will be going green this time.
So green this time. For these drivers, you know, these laps are counting down under the caution as we can hear Justin take off. What is it like going in, and sorry for everything popping up. What is it like as a driver getting ready to go back green after a bit of a wreck? What is it like for you knowing that you're about to go back at it with all these guys that were maybe just a little bit too aggressive?
It's a little bit concerning, but you know, it's Daytona. You gotta push through it anyway.
Yeah, and now that this wreck has happened, do you think any drivers have put any type of blame on, you know, any other car yet?
No, I heard them say sorry in the chat, so there's nobody mad at each other right now.
And do you think they might be a little more cautious when driving around, you know, certain drivers now that we've had this wreck? Or because you said, you know, they've said sorry to each other, you think it's kind of calmed down, they're not really going to do much?
I think it'll calm down here now. We mean that was pretty early for a crash to happen, so.
All right, every car lined back up. Fastest lap currently goes to Brian in the 6, I believe.
Don't quite know what's wrong with that 33. I think he needed to let the 51 by, so they should be catching up.
Should be good to go here. 51 back up there. Nowhere to go in that wreck. Can he find somewhere to go on this restart, starting third row outside? Pace car makes his way towards the hard left turn into the pit lane. As
we go.
54 approaches the restart zone.
Green flags back out from Daytona. Bottom lane again with another great jump. Justin Connor already in a jump back to the bottom.
Oh, the
sideways on
92.
restart. The 92 nearly caused another crash there.
92 is going to clear themselves all the way down. Now it's looking like the high side is going to be the primary one. 1 down on the bottom. 5 stacked up on the high side. Now we're going to have 2 cars both on the bottom. It's a Mustang and a Camaro.
That's pretty wide.
And they're already being really aggressive, already back green.
Yo, there
the
they go.
6.
Turned around.
6 car turned around, backstretch, caution flies.
He'll hit the inside wall. The caution's out.
Caution back out for the second time today. This time it's for the 6 car going spinning through the Le Mans chicane, and he'll hit that inside barrier. And it looks like quite a bit of damage to the right side of that race car.
Yeah, this is too early to be racing like this. I don't know. I don't quite understand. We got a 6-car field, and dang, we already done wrecked all of them. Only one car has not gotten in a crash, and that's the 54.
Now taking a look back at this, it's the 11 car. Looks like maybe just gets a peek under him. 6 goes down to cover, and I mean his nose was just right there. Nothing really. In my opinion, it's more of a racing incident than anything. It's hard Daytona racing. Somebody's going to stick their nose somewhere, and if you don't see it, things like this will happen.
Yeah. Hold on. Alrighty.
Caution back out.
Yeah, very early.
54 still leading the pack. 2 Toyotas leading us here. And looks like that Mustang is going to stay out, not repair the damages. No, there he goes in. He'll go into the pit road. 5 cars out on the track. Now that we've had...
probably won't take a fast repair there.
See, now that we have had, you know, a few of these laps in, what do you think the next point is now?
They just need to calm down. That's the whole point. I think it's way too much, way too early.
So you think we need to, calm down a little bit, not be as aggressive?
Yeah, I mean, 3 wide on the restart. You have to think the 92 almost crashed as soon as they crossed the line. And then the 6 gets spun all the way down to the inside on the backstretch, just barely half a lap in.
So you think they're being too aggressive? It's an interesting mix. I think they need to get single file, turn some of these laps, and if you want to get aggressive, we have 3 overtimes. Use it at the end.
Yeah, there's no need to do this. Watch this early. Sorry if I'm not to my fullest right now. I'm not feeling the greatest.
As they'll enter turn number 3, lights out on the pace car. We're going to go green this time.
Whoa, the 6 and the 33 there. They just got together under caution. I wonder if the 6 is upset, maybe. That'll be an interesting thing to watch out for. Hopefully they don't get into it on the track. The 6 is trying to wreck the 33.
Yeah, not sure what happened there. I think for the brief moment that I went up to go show the replay, saw a little bit in the chat about possible, third car in line should be pushing. So we'll see how this develops throughout the green flag run. They're getting into each other already. And
already.
We're leaders in the restart zone. Green flag is going to be back out. And they are already aggressive. It's the 6. As you can see, that 11 is shoving hard to the leader.
They didn't even get to the restart zone. They didn't even take the green flag.
Do we see this retaliation go on throughout the green flag? Or does he think smarter of it and make sure that we can get through a little bit of a green flag run, as we can already see some damage that number 11 Camaro?
Really hope that they get it sorted out, get things going in the right direction.
They are weaving back and forward down the backstretch. High side only has 2 cars. Low side has 4. How do you think that imbalance of power is going to
go? Bottom lane will eventually prevail. The top lane's still holding on, though. I think the bottom lane's still missing 1 car. I think that 6 car's not really working with that 33, as he just nearly turned him around. You could clearly tell that top lane at least is working with each other much better than the bottom.
Yeah, and we're seeing cars move up, down, left, right. He gets turned. Will he save it? Yes, he will. He'll keep it rolling.
Caution is out.
And the caution will wave for the 3rd time today. Did we see some anger flare under this caution?
Yeah.
I mean, they've been racing super hard all night. And to see him get turned like that already is... I mean, we were just went green. We've seen that they've had, some type of... I don't know what I'm trying to say. Back and forth, under caution, under green. And, I mean, we kind of said it at the start. Do we see this continue onto the green? And it eventually did.
Yeah.
As these guys will catch the pace car. About halfway done. 5 cars still left up here. About no damage.
That looked intentional to me. The 6 car hit him twice under caution, and then... no, the 33 came down on him. I'm not even going to lie.
As we'll see here. The 6 peeks his nose under. The 33 goes to... Yeah. He gets himself involved with that one.
Yeah, I thought the 6 was going to try that, but... Or cause that, but it looks like the 33 just came down to me. 33 did a great job holding on to it, just threw the caution anyway. Thanks.
And yeah, you can see the 33 moves up. The 6 is clearly there, and he just comes across his front bumper. Nothing that the 6 could have done. So, That will bring out another yellow flag.
The green.
You see him in the pits. It's been an interesting green flag stretch. Once again, just an interesting stream overall. I mean, HUD's not working. It's been interesting. I'll say that.
Yeah. Shane Sheffield or whatever, however you say that last name. I'm pretty sure he's almost led every lap of this race.
Yeah.
He's been up front for most of it. And, you know, that has to do with all these cautions. We're 14 laps in and have had 3 or 4 cautions already. We're getting really close to 10 to go. I think at this point, I don't think we see the racing calm down.
I think it's still just go, go, go.
I think from here, it's done too late. They're going to restart with like 16 to go. Might as well go. Might as well.
So
they still got two fast repairs, so they might as well just push.
But some of these guys are on their last one, the 6. Don't know. I think the 33 came in and got his. So I think some of these guys are on 2. Some of these guys are on 1. Some of these guys are even on 3 left still. I think both the... No, not both the Supras. I know one of the Supras, I think it's the 54, who still has one of his fast repairs remaining.
Justin Connor still has all 3 of his. I don't think he took his when he crashed. I think he just waited it out.
Really? You don't think he... That would make sense. Yeah, because he did wait that little bit. Coming back to the start-finish line, it's going to be on the 54. When he goes, he'll get on the throttle. Green flag's back out at Daytona. The 6 car with a really good push. Here. 6 car pushing him really well. 54 go up to the top to block. He'll get a bit of help from a fellow Toyota. As looks like the high side once again seems to be the place you want to be as the 48 tries to squeeze his way all the way up there. Doesn't look like it's worked. They're 3 wide exiting turn number 2.
Yeah, they're 3 wide. There's not really a distinct top lane right now. Big block from the 54. Now there's a top lane. 4 cars formed up there. Still some aggressive pushing. The 33 is going to look low.
The Michigan car making its way down to the bottom side. He's going to take the lead of the race as he'll have backing from the number 6 Mustang. Now the 54 on the high side. He has backing from a fellow Toyota. What can he do? Do we see the Chevys team up here and try to beat the other manufacturers? Blocked from the 11.
Yeah, I thought that was the 33 for some reason. It's the 11. Big runs from the top lane again. Where will they go with it? Pushed on the right side and they're in the corner. The 6 car on the apron. Bottom lane going to lose a little bit of time there. Off 2. They're pretty much equal.
They're pretty much equal. Side by side, 3 rows deep. They're all pushing and shoving. Now, if I'm a car, the one I'd probably least want to be right now is probably either the 6 or the 92, I want to say. Just because you're stuck in the middle, you're in a lot of really aggressive pushers. There isn't really anywhere that you can go. Now, we see this high side fall back. Do we think they all just kind of go down to the low side?
I mean, maybe. It looked like they were going to get single file throughout the whole field there, but they just jumped back immediately to the top to try and get something going. And it worked. They got a run coming. The 6 pushing the 11 aggressively, though. Sideways off the corner. Whoa. They're getting dicey up here. This is only a matter of time till they wreck again.
Yeah, and we still have, 13 laps to go in this race. So getting it to the checkered flag has to be one of your best priorities right now. But then again, it's Daytona. Anything can happen. You have to be aggressive on your pushing.
You always got to be aggressive now. These guys may be a little bit too aggressive. 6 going to peek to the top lane. I don't think he's going to jump up there just quite yet.
No, but we see the bottom get strong. However, the 2 Toyotas are working together wonderfully, going down, side drafting. They're working together really, really well.
I mean, if I'm concerned to be anyone right here, it's the 11. The 11 has the 6 car who looks to be aggressive. He's all over the place, and he just isn't holding the line and pushing square. And there's been several times where he'll push him getting down into the corner, and they'll both hit the apron, just like right there. Oh, he got squirrely and got pushed on that left side. We saw that happen earlier in the race, and that caused that crash.
Now, it looks like the 11 trying to hold his line all the way down on the bottom. The 6 looking to just push him a little bit more. 11 laps to go in this race. Do we see some of these guys start to pick up the aggression as we get later on? And whoa, big move by the 54 to drop down to the bottom side.
Yeah, and the 6 car going to jump back up to the top. 54 going to push that 11 car. The top lane, I don't see anything in it right now. We're getting really close to 10 to go, and I don't understand why these cars keep jumping up there. I think it's just time to get single file, and yep, just like they are now. Just ride it out to the finish.
All right, 10 to go. We've seen how some of these guys race the 54, drop down to the bottom, trying to get the race lead. Almost coming to the line, 10 to go. We've seen how these guys race. Who's your race pick to win this one?
Oh, contact. I honestly think my race pick for this one is that either that 51 or that 6. I think it'll be the 6 car.
Big squeezing down to the bottom. 54 will get loose. 48 goes around. 6. 48 involved.
The 6 seems to be fine. The 48's definitely got damage.
48's rear bumper gone. As we were just talking about it, they're getting aggressive as this race will go on. Heartbreak for the 48. The 6 will continue rolling, and it looks like the 48's towing that one back to the pits.
that might have been the end of the day for that. The end of the day for that 48 car. We saw it coming. He got turned by the 6. Oh, the 6 has definitely got some sort of damage. Actually, maybe not. It looks fine for me.
So the 54 gets bumped by the 11, and that's the start of this. He goes down. The 6 just looks like makes some contact. And yeah, the 6 looks like has just a bit of front damage. That seems to be the end of this one for the 48. These guys will catch the pace car. And now there's 5 cars in this race, right? Which is not a lot, but it's an odd number. You have 2 lines, possibly 3 lines to work with for drafting. Which one do you go and help?
I'm just helping whichever one looks the best on that last lap. I mean, if the top lane looks like it's going to be the best, go up there. If it looks like the bottom, go up there. With whatever lane you got to go in to make that move, go in it.
So we'll see where some of these guys go, as should be green next time. Or not. Yeah, next time.
See if anyone takes a pit stop here. 30 or 11 car is acting all weird right now.
So I will say, something I'm going to do really quickly once this race ends is I'm going to restart my computer, because I think that's why the overlay isn't working. So I'm going to do that really quickly. Shouldn't take more than 10 minutes to get back rolling. So the stream will go back live, and we will continue on with our second race out of the 3 that we're doing tonight. Up next is IndyCar's Texas, and it looks like the 11 is just getting a little bit of a tire warming practice, taking the road course.
The 54 just clobbered a bit of the wall, getting in the pit road.
So here's the 51. Your race pick. Why'd you pick him?
6 car.
Or, well, it was the 6 or the 51, right?
Yeah, but I think it's going to be the 6 right here.
So why'd you pick the 6?
I don't know. He just really seems aggressive right now, and I think it'll end up working out for him. I think they'll all end up crashing. Oh, the 54 is spinning off a pit road exit.
It looks like he'll keep it down in the grass. We going green this time or next?
This time.
So my race pick, the 54, I mean, I think he's a smart driver. Both Toyotas, I think this race have just been smart. They haven't been overly aggressive, but they've been aggressive when they know they need to. So I think it's going to be one of these Toyotas that really can show and really get this race win here today. I think the 54 gets it.
54. Yeah, he was pretty fast up here too. So we'll see what actually happens. The 11 car is in the pace car, so.
Coming up next, after I restart my PC, which, you know, won't take all too long, we get the stream right back up and rolling. Andy cars at Texas. What did we say the laps were on that one?
I think it was 50. 50 laps at that race in Texas. Green flags back out. We're back racing from Daytona. Already 3 cars on the top, 2 on the bottom. Bottom's going to get a much better start here, though.
As it's going to be the 11 leading us off now. 5 cars in this field, right? You have to be aggressive. Now, look at the 11. He's going to go to the high side, see if anybody will come with him. The 6 and the 51 both have the same idea. They'll go up at the same time. It looks like the 51 is just going to be stuck behind the 6th. But you have to work together if you want to get something rolling, especially with 7 laps to go here at Daytona.
Yeah, there's contact between the 11 and the 6. More contact between the 11 and the 6. They are beating and banging down the back straightaway. It looks like they're going to have to just get in a single file line for now, as that top lane can't get going. Oh, no. Another car going to jump back up there.
Looks like
3 cars going to jump up there.
Looks like the Toyotas are going to work together like they have been all night. The 51's going to stay down low, help the fellow Chevy in the race. And the Mustang, he's really just got to find someone to kind of tag along with, as there's no other Mustangs in this race. But it looks like the Toyotas are able to push each other out into the lead. But I don't think the 11's done.
I don't think the 11's done either. I think he's completely fine down there on the bottom. He's got Justin Connor. He's usually a pretty good pusher on these plate races.
Yeah, I mean, Justin Connor and our night driver, he's got to be good at pushing. And look at him. He's bumper to bumper with the 11, trying to shove him. The 54 and the 92, they'll get a bit squirrely on the high side. And the 6 will look to push the 54, if not go down to the bottom. Splits the Toyotas. And that could be a game changer here with only 5 laps to go at the line.
Yeah, this will get really close. It's 6 to go.
We talked about manufacturers just a little bit earlier on. You talk about the 2 Toyotas helping each other. You have the Mustang that splits them. It brings both the Toyotas all the way to the back, and it's 2 Chevys leading this race.
Yeah, it is 2 Chevys leading this race. So you got to find those manufacturers to work with. You see the Chevy found the Chevy, the Toyotas have found the Toyotas. And so far, the Toyotas haven't worked together as well as they were earlier in the race. These 2 up front seem to be unstoppable. The only concern I have for these 2 is maybe wrecking on that last lap, which could bring out the caution, couldn't it?
I think it could, but I don't know if it'd go to overtime or if the race would finish right then and there.
The race would finish them there.
Pushing on the front stretch is the 54, the 92, both on the high side now. The 6, if he really wants us to go anywhere, the 11's going to go up and block.
Whoa, he's going to get turned in front of the field. It's the big one.
4 cars involved. The 6.
This is a big crash.
51, the 11. I believe that was the 54 involved. Or was that the 90?
I think it might have been the 90. I don't know. I'll have to...
Yeah, it was the 92. Entire rear bumper's gone. Let's see what happened. He left the 51 kind of out to dry on the bottom side.
Oh, the 54 didn't get checked up in time, and that just stacked them all up.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Justin Connor, for the second time tonight, had nowhere to go. Everybody involved in that wreck.
Pretty sure everybody still has a fast repair, though, so pretty much everybody will be completely fine.
As I believe this will be one of our green-white checkers.
Yeah, the 54 just couldn't really check up in time.
It was an aggressive block, but at Daytona, you have to be aggressive, especially with the laps winding down. You have to be aggressive like that. And there's just no other question around it. It looks like a bit of contact between the 2 Toyotas there. 92, the 54. Everybody's caught back up to the field. I believe everybody should go into the pits this time if they already haven't.
Man, this restart's going to be crazy.
We have 3
We're gonna-
overtime attempts.
We're going to have the 48 back in this race, too.
Are they back out?
Mm-hmm. They're going to try and get their laps back. I'm going to let him get his laps back, too.
Yep. So, looks like everybody's diving down into the pits. See, if you didn't have that much damage, would it be a smart move to stay out and gain track position? If you didn't have that much damage.
I don't understand why the 54 is pitting. I mean, he's completely fine.
Looks like he might have a bit of rear
Oh,
damage.
no, he has some rear end damage.
54 missed his box.
Yeah, he missed it by a long shot, too.
So, the 11's having to back up, too. He just used one of his fast repairs. 92, 51, all these guys using some of those. Now, if you're coming in here and you're using a fast repair, do you take tires? Do you take fuel? What do you take?
I'm just taking repairs. We're good on fuel. We're good on tires to this point, so I don't see why anybody else would take more than a repair.
Yeah, I mean, it's a strategy call, right? You've ran 30 laps on here, especially after a wreck. Your tires are going to be a little shot, might be flat spotted here and there. If you're coming into the pits, you might as well, I feel like, under caution while it's all neutralized, take 4 tires. Don't take fuel, just 4 tires. And that'll help your car, really balance a little bit better, right? Especially if you're involved in that wreck, your tires are going to be killed. So take the 4 tires, maybe lose a spot or 2 under the pits, but your car is going to handle so much better than everybody else's. Now, will it affect here at Daytona like it will in Texas in our next race? Probably not as much. But will it help the car, and will it help you be able to give those solid pushes and runs that you need to be able to give? Yes, it will.
Yeah. So 54 back on the lead lap. We'll go green as soon as the face car crosses the line.
Lights are off on the pace car.
Green light, checker finish.
And guess who's lined up? First 2 rows of that bottom lane, the Toyotas. Now, that is a dangerous combo right there. Because you look at it, and you have 2 guys that can push, very well and very aggressively all night. They've been working together all night. But you have the 2 Chevys on the high side. You have Justin Connor, an all-night driver. So, right, you have 3. Ooh, that could equalize it.
Yeah, we were talking about, like, if there's 2 on the top, 3 on the bottom, who do you go with? Well, there'll be 3 on the top and 3 on the bottom. There might be 2 in each lane.
If you're the 48, you've been out for most of this race, you got your laps back under caution, you have a chance of winning this under a green-white checkered. How do you play your cards?
Not safe. You just got to go for it here. All of these guys, that's what they're all going to do. They're just going to all go for it here. They all just want to win. They're in overtime. The race can end on the last lap under caution.
Yeah, I mean, you almost have to be very aggressive. You almost have to push and shove even when you don't want to push and shove. You got to do whatever you can.
Are you 100% sure that once they take the white flag, the race is official, the next flag ends it? Or do you want it to play out fully green on the last lap?
If we take the white, just let it play.
All right. That's what... I don't know why you just changed your answer now, but okay.
As the pace car will lead the field off of turn number 4. He'll take the hard left-hand turn into the pits. It's going to be the 92 who will have control of the field as he enters the Geico restart zone. He's on the throttle just now. The 54 with a really solid push. Green flag's back out at Daytona.
Yep, we're back racing.
51 with a great restart on the outside. He's going to get the push by the 11. And the 48, will he go up to the high side and help his, Chevy teammates? Or will he go down to the low side and just stick with whatever line is bigger?
Looks like right now he's going up to the top. 11 car going to go back down to the bottom. Everybody down to the bottom. He's going to go to the top lane.
Looks like
Couple cars, they're swerving all. They got to make it to the white.
Looks like the 6 was peeking if he wanted to go up to the high side or not. Looks like the 11 and the 6 almost switched, exiting turn number 2. Everybody down into a single file line. We're coming to the white flag. Caution will not run once we cross that line. Do you be aggressive? Do you work with your teammates, or do you go for the win here at Daytona?
Go for the win here. It's Daytona. Everybody wants to win. White flag, 1 to go. Oh, there's already a crash. Already the 6 and the 11, they've ran into each other multiple times this race. They've already taken each other out. There's 4 cars left.
Now it's the 2 Chevys. Will they work together? Will the 48 get to the 51? He's going to go to the high side.
Top.
They need to work together to beat these Toyotas, who've been one of the dominant packs this entire race. Justin Connor, the 92, going into turn 3 and 4, they're neck and neck.
It's going to be really close as they get up all 4. They're practically equal. Will they wreck each other coming to the line? The 48's not pushing the way he needs to. I think the Toyota's got it here at the line. It's going to be the Toyota. The 92's going to win. They crashed behind him.
3 wide finish at the line, but it's going to be the 92 Toyota who's going to get the victory. And I said it earlier, these Toyotas, they've been able to work together just so well. But as you can see, the 6 and the 11 both going away, and he'll burn it down right on the entry to 1. It's such a close finish, but there's nothing that Justin Connor could have done there. He did everything right. He played his cards right. He just needed that push from the 48, and he just could not get that, as the Toyotas have been pushing all race.
That was kind of an anticlimactic finish. Those two taking each other out. There's only 4 cars, and once the 48 got to the bottom, it was over. You know who was going to win, unless they wrecked each other.
So the 92 will get the victory here at Daytona after 30 laps of racing into overtime, and Justin Connor is going to come up just short.
Let's bring him up. Let's get in his shoes, see what he saw.
Justin, it was an incredible race throughout the entire thing. It was wrecks, hard pushing, hard racing. Going into 3 and 4 in the final lap, it was you and the 48 on the high side. What did you need more to get that race victory?
Yeah, I just needed him tighter with me at the start of that final lap. I mean, he was just too far back, and those Toyotas were locked together. So, I mean, nothing more I really could have done there. Was just hoping the 48 could have gotten closer sooner.
And on the last lap, why did you decide to go to the high side exiting 2? Was that just when you knew you needed to go?
Well, I mean, I just had a massive run. I don't think I could have produced a bigger run even if I waited for the 48 to get there.
And taking it back before the green-white checkered, the big wreck in turn 1 and 2, walk us through what it looked like from your eyes.
Oh, well, I don't know. They just spun in front of me, man.
So no.
And then are we talking about the one that was on the like pretty much last lap, or what happened before
that took us into overtime?
Oh, well, to be honest, I don't remember. The only thing I remember is getting wrecked and sliding through the grass and stuff.
So very tough race here today. We talk about the aggressiveness of some of these drivers. What's it like, going from in our night to this? The aggressiveness of some of these drivers, are some of these guys more or less aggressive than what you're normally used to?
I'm sorry, what was that?
So, you do in our night. Going into here, are these guys more or less aggressive than what you're used to?
I mean, they're aggressive, just not in a good way, I guess. I mean, most of them were not really driving straight. You know, wouldn't be surprised if half the field downed a couple beers before driving, but
And did
you
that
know,
make that?
it is what it is.
And did that make that harder for you to be able to pick who you could count on for that run in the last lap?
Absolutely. I mean, half that field I didn't even want to be near. I mean, the Toyotas looked good, especially at 54. I mean, he did great all race, and he was taking the pushes, giving them. So I would like to work with him, but he was definitely linked up with that other Toyota. So I had to rely on the Chevys. I didn't want to rely on the Ford at all, because you know, he wasn't very he wasn't aggressive in the good way. He was just not really keeping the car straight at all.
Yeah, how was that between him and the 11? Were you worried to be around them? Because him and the 6 were going after it all day.
Oh, I just told him that if they kept doing this shit like they did under caution, I was gonna wreck one of them.
All right. And is there anything else that you'd like to add or say before we before I restart my computer and we move on to Texas Indy?
All I gotta say is that I hope we get more guys in this next race.
All right. Thank you. That's Justin Connor, the driver of the 51 in that race. So really quickly, I'm going to go ahead, restart my computer, get everything situated out with the ticker, and we will be right back with the stream. I'm going to momentarily end it. Should be back up in 10 to 15 minutes. So we'll be right back with the iRacing Global Series up next.